Just some silliness.
It was pure chaos and entertainment at the same time as well. But
yeah, it's Wetterton. That is just
comparing the legends round Snetterton to Mario Kart.
He hasn't got a clue, this old fella. Look at him. Mental. It's crazy.
Thank you very much. I've got to try and get out now. Best of luck over the next coming months. Merry Christmas.
And to you. Bye.
Even more so, racing alongside your dad this year must be great.
Yeah, it'd be great when it's going well, I think. It won't be so great when it goes tits up, but no, it's really...
Sort of brings the best out of the car. It's a bit bigger. These cars, it's a tight one, that one. Taking a while. Yeah, these cars.
Firstly, there's no need to compare the two because they're completely different. I've always said that it's like comparing a lasagna to a cheesecake. Yeah, it's essentially food, but they're completely different.
A kit that you're going to be driving this year. Sorry, mate. Very busy place, as we know. In the garage, that's good, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking after. It's nice of Charlie to walk past there. Hey.
It's a tradition on the channel. The amount of times, honestly.
He hasn't got a clue, this old fella. Look at him. Mental. It's crazy. I'm joking. Good. That's Charlie's on my car. I think he's about 87,000 years old. Anyway, he works as hard as any of them. He's a good guy.
A move from the BTCC, and as you put it, quite possibly the worst kept secret of the off-season. But how's everything been going?
Yeah, very well. I've got a bit of a cold, so I'll stand back.
You know, driving a modern car, so it's always a pleasure to come back and jump into something like this.
And I imagine quite an interesting dynamic. Firstly, with such big grids, and secondly, each different car has their strengths, don't they?
There's always a podium, then got a good launch, and we're away for. You
wouldn't think it was the first race of the weekend. Usually people go quite tame on the champagne, don't they, to start with, because you don't want sticky overalls for the rest of the weekend.
And all this crazy air on it, which hopefully is going to take us to the ground. That's the idea. Or we'll take off and end up with the planes going by. So who knows?
But it's almost like the British Touring Carrera Cup, if you think about it.
A huge variation of experience in drivers. So. We're lucky that there's quite a big Cortina grid, so there's plenty of other cars of similar speed to race against. But we have to be mindful of there's people out there that this might be their first season in racing, so it's not just an all-out dive bomb every car you come across. So you got to.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I think the weather on the last couple of test days is probably more appropriate for ducks.
Yeah, it's obviously been a challenge, but you must be super excited for the new year. A new challenge for you with the Toyota. You must be excited to give something new a go.
Yeah, I mean, it's been giving something new a go for 3 years in a row.
You think that'll be easy on a circuit like Snetterton?
Yeah. This should be easy.
Yeah, okay.
Hopefully.
We'll remember that.
Home plus words.
Yeah, we'll remember.
A few moments later.
Said he wanted the lead by turn one, and he has delivered on that promise. Luke Sargent through into third place as well. Which of the heavy hitters have made the most progress? Oh, contact. Mark Smith is off with Luke Sargent. Towards the field they will go, and I think they might get away with that, actually. Sargent will continue.
And just to finish off, my questions are done. I was talking to Richard John Neal a second ago, was the ITV Sport commentator. He's very busy today. He's got a question. He said, what's it like being either 2 or 3 times better than your dad at racing?
I tend to not take too many comments from him, put it that way. I think there's some corners on this track where we take him 4th gear and he thinks I should be in 2nd, so I'll let you take from that what you will. So.
And rewarding when you get it right corners on the circuit. For bomb hole, yes, check bomb hole, that's what I said.
Yeah, it was great. I'll be honest, at the end of the first lap I didn't know if I was terrified or excited because I'd got away really well, just probably the best start I've had in the wet. Before I knew it, I was up to 5th or 4th at the end of the first lap, but in that first lap I've also saw my life flash before my eyes about 3 times. It was so greasy out there.
There's quite a few different stories of the reasoning for this corner being known as the bomb hole. People comparing it to like a bomb kind of going off here with the big dip, which you'll see on your screens now here, with how much it dips in. And some people say Norfolk's completely flat. I can see a little bit of a hill there. But I'd heard that the reason they call it this is because of its challenging nature for the bike racers back in the day, how they compared it to being a pain in the... I'll let you finish that. So therefore they sort of thought, well, what does that sound like? They thought bomb hole. And I guess it fits well with the whole kind of bomb going off idea.
First time in the mini challenge, so yeah, why am I doing it? I'm not sure.
I suppose you know that better than ever because you've been here for quite a while now. Are you still excited going into a new season when you don't really know what to expect?
I'm part of the paintwork, aren't I? I've been here so long. This is trying to work out how long now it is. So 2002 was my first year. 2024, so it's an awfully long time, isn't it? But
even I found it quite difficult to improve on that lap, so I kind of knew that no one was hopefully that no one was going to improve.
To be able to speak to them just because they're in sort of lower divisions of the sport, and then I sent it to some higher people who, I didn't think it was quite as likely, but you know what? What did I have to lose? They weren't going to, the worst they could say was no.
Absolutely.
They weren't going to take away my birthday. and it's all turned out really nicely.
And also nobody else would know anyway, would they?
No, absolutely.
I don't mind it. It makes for good racing as well. I mean, this year's racing's been pretty entertaining. Oh no, you've been blocked.
Mate, it's a tradition on the channel. If I had £1 for every time this happened, I'd have enough money to go race. Actually, no, that's a bit of that's too far. No, I still need a few more sponsors. Overall, how would you both say it's going so far?
It's going almost according to plan.
Would you agree?
No.
You don't get dizzy going around here because you get around so quick, don't you? It's like it's like Thruxton, isn't it? But even shorter.
Totally, yeah. It's a short lap. It very much goes off what Ayrton Senna said really about driving in a tunnel. You get a bit like that around here. All of a sudden you realise, I've done 20 laps and you feel like you've only done 10. So
do is just just have a good night's sleep. And weirdly, I know I will have a good night's sleep. Come back tomorrow stronger than ever, and just see what I can do. But the attention is already on, not doing more than 2 green flag laps, and then actually getting that result.
If you had sort of 30 seconds or so to sum up superkart racing to an outsider who didn't know about it, how would you explain it?
It's the motorsport equivalent of heroin, I'd say.
What's for dinner tonight?
Oh, I'll be in hospitality. I like to just chill. No matter how good or bad the days are, I always just do the same routine with the team.
Quick, and then the season's gone so fast, and then now we're in November, nearly at Christmas, and I just don't know where the year's gone.
Yeah, it really has flown. I think mentally I'm still in April of this year, so it has gone very quick.
Don't bin it, keep it on the grey stuff, and get some points.
Easy, right?
Yeah, sure.
Best of luck. Hope it all goes well for you.
Thank you very much.